Dubrovnik, often referred to as the Pearl of the Adriatic, is a mesmerizing coastal city located in southern Croatia. Encased in towering medieval walls and overlooking the dazzling Adriatic Sea, Dubrovnik is a living museum of Baroque, Gothic, and Renaissance architecture. The city boasts a unique blend of history, culture, and natural beauty, making it one of the most popular tourist destinations in Europe. For travelers planning a visit in the summer of 2025, Dubrovnik offers an immersive journey into the past, enhanced by modern comforts and vibrant Mediterranean charm. This video delves deep into the top 12 tourist attractions in Dubrovnik, offering comprehensive insight into what makes each site unforgettable. 1. The city walls of Dubrovnik. Perhaps the most iconic feature of Dubrovnik, the ancient city walls are a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of the city's resilience and grandeur. Stretching nearly 2 kilometers and punctuated with towers and bastions, the walls provide panoramic views of the city and the Adriatic Sea. Visitors can walk along the battlements, with highlights including the Minster Tower, Revelin Fortress, and Fort Boker. Originally constructed in the 10th century and fortified between the 13th and 17th centuries, these massive limestone fortifications once protected the city-state of Ragusa. A complete circuit takes roughly 90 minutes, with countless scenic photo spots along the way. Whether it's the crashing waves beneath Fort Lovrijenac or the red-tiled rooftops of the Old Town, the views from the walls are unforgettable. The walls open daily, and early morning visits are ideal to avoid heat and crowds. Guided tours provide historical context, but even a self-paced walk reveals the incredible engineering and strategic planning that has preserved Dubrovnik for centuries. 2. Mount Srđ and Dubrovnik Cable Car. For an unparalleled view of Dubrovnik and its surrounding islands, Mount Srđ is the place to be. Rising 412 meters above sea level, this mountain offers a stunning backdrop for the city. The Dubrovnik Cable Car takes visitors from the city to the summit in just a few minutes. At the top, the panoramic terrace reveals breathtaking views of the Adriatic coastline, the Old Town, and the Elaphiti Islands. Visitors can enjoy a meal or drink at the Panorama restaurant while watching the sunset, a particularly magical experience in summer. The summit also houses Fort Imperial, a Napoleonic-era fortress built in 1810. Today, the structure contains the Homeland War Museum, which details the 1991 to 1995 Croatian War of Independence. Exhibits include photographs, military gear, and personal stories of Dubrovnik residents. The hike to the top is also popular with outdoor enthusiasts. Well-marked trails wind through rocky terrain and Mediterranean vegetation. Whether you ride or hike, Mount Srđ is a Dubrovnik essential. 3. Srđ. Placa Srđ is Dubrovnik's main street and heartbeat of the Old Town. Lined with gleaming white limestone and flanked by uniform Baroque buildings, it runs from the Pile Gate to the Ploča Gate. This 300-meter promenade is pedestrian-only and bustles with life. By day, Srđ is filled with street performers, local vendors, and tourists browsing shops or sipping coffee at one of many outdoor cafes. By night, it transforms into a romantic thoroughfare illuminated by soft streetlights reflecting on the polished stone. Architectural highlights include the Bell Tower, which dates to the 15th century, and Luza Square, where the Sponza Palace and St. Blaise's Church stand. The area is also home to cultural festivals, parades, and seasonal markets. It encapsulates the soul of Dubrovnik in every step. 4. Pile Gate. Serving as the primary entrance to Dubrovnik's Old Town, Pile Gate is a grand stone archway dating back to the 16th century. It features a drawbridge and a statue of St. Blaise, the city's patron saint. As visitors pass through the gate, they're instantly transported into a different era. The gate complex includes an outer and inner gate connected by a stone bridge once protected by a moat. Above the entrance stands a niche with a statue of St. Blaise holding a model of the city. This image is deeply symbolic of Dubrovnik's faith and independence. Pile Gate is not just a point of entry, It is a stage for arrival. The gate opens onto Srđ, and from here, visitors begin their journey through the historical core. 5. Sponza Palace and Rector's Palace. These two architectural masterpieces represent the civic and administrative heart of historical Dubrovnik. The Sponza Palace, constructed in the early 16th century, once served as a customs house and today houses the city archives. It showcases a harmonious blend of Gothic and Renaissance styles, with a beautiful inner courtyard. Just a short walk away, the Rector's Palace was the seat of the Rector of the Republic of Ragusa. A combination of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque elements reflects the city's evolving aesthetic. The palace now functions as a museum featuring period furniture, paintings, and ceremonial rooms. A highlight is the grand staircase and the central courtyard, often used for classical music performances during the Dubrovnik Summer Festival. 6. Dubrovnik Cathedral and Treasury. The Assumption Cathedral is a Baroque marvel built on the site of older churches destroyed by earthquakes. Its serene interior features ornate altars and significant artworks, including a painting by Titian above the main altar. Beneath the cathedral lies an archaeological site with remnants of early Christian basilicas. The cathedral treasury contains an impressive collection of relics, including those attributed to Saint Blaise. Gold and silver artifacts, medieval chalices, and religious vestments showcase the city's ecclesiastical wealth. Visitors are often moved by the cathedral's peaceful ambience, which contrasts with the lively streets outside. 7. Franciscan Monastery and Old Pharmacy. One of the oldest functioning pharmacies in Europe is housed within the Franciscan Monastery. Established in 1317, the pharmacy is still in operation and contains a museum with historical artifacts and medical books. The Romanesque cloister is a peaceful retreat with a lush garden surrounded by 14th-century columns. Statues, frescoes, and sacred relics line the monastery halls. The small museum displays ancient surgical tools, pharmacy jars, and religious manuscripts. The adjoining church contains a richly decorated altar and an impressive rose window. This site combines spiritual solace, architectural beauty, and scientific heritage in a single visit. 8. Dubrovnik Synagogue. The Dubrovnik Synagogue, located in the Jewish quarter, is the second oldest synagogue in Europe still in use. Dating back to the 15th century, it stands as a testament to the city's once thriving Jewish community. The interior is intimate and atmospheric, with arched ceilings, wooden pews, and a collection of ceremonial artifacts. The synagogue includes a small museum showcasing religious objects, community documents, and a narrative of Jewish life in Dubrovnik. Visitors gain insight into the multicultural fabric of the city and the resilience of the Jewish population through centuries of coexistence and adversity. It remains a place of worship and remembrance. 9. Onofrio's Fountains and Orlando's Column. Onofrio's large fountain, located near Pile Gate, was built in the 15th century to provide fresh water to the city. Its 16 carved masks spout water into a circular basin. A smaller version, the small Onofrio Fountain, is found near the Church of St. Blaise. Orlando's Column, standing in Lusa Square, represents the Knight Orlando and symbolizes Dubrovnik's independence and commitment to freedom. The column served practical purposes too. It was used to measure lengths and host proclamations. These landmarks are central gathering points and are featured in many cultural events, including the festivity of St. Blaise and public performances. 10. Island of Lokrum. Just a 15-minute ferry ride from Dubrovnik's Old Port, Lokrum Island is a serene escape from the city's hustle. The island features a 19th-century Benedictine monastery, a botanical garden, a saltwater lake known as the Dead Sea, and roaming peacocks. The monastery ruins have been converted into a museum with Game of Thrones exhibits, as parts of the series were filmed here. Visitors can sit on a replica Iron Throne for photos. The botanical garden contains exotic plants introduced by former Austro-Hungarian royalty. Swimming in the Dead Sea or sunbathing on the rocky shores offers respite from the heat. Lokrum is protected as a nature reserve, and no overnight stays are allowed, preserving its pristine character. 11. Fort St. John and the Maritime Museum guarding the southeastern entrance to the harbour. Fort St. John, Fort Srđ Ivan, houses the Maritime Museum. Exhibits trace Dubrovnik's naval history, including ship models, maps, and navigational instruments. The fort was part of a coastal defense system and offers views of the harbour, Lokrum Island, and the open sea. The museum's 2 levels chronicle the rise of the Ragusan fleet, maritime law, trade, and shipbuilding. For those interested in nautical heritage, this site reveals how Dubrovnik once rivaled Venice as a maritime republic. Kids especially enjoy the model ships and interactive displays. 12. Dominican Monastery and Museum located near the Ploča Gate. The Dominican Monastery is another masterpiece of Gothic Renaissance architecture. Its large cloister, tranquil gardens, and extensive art collection make it a peaceful and enlightening visit. The museum contains religious icons, manuscripts, and paintings by Croatian and Italian masters. The monastery was also a center for education and theological debate during the Republic's heyday. With its massive stone facade and quiet inner courtyard, the Dominican Monastery remains a symbol of faith and learning in Dubrovnik's cultural landscape. Other hidden gems include Trsteno Arboretum, just 30 minutes from Dubrovnik. This 15th-century arboretum features exotic plants, a Renaissance fountain, and stunning views. Elaphiti Islands, day trips to these nearby islands, Kolosep, Lopud, Sipon, offer hiking, swimming, and authentic Croatian cuisine. Banje Beach, a popular urban beach just outside the Old Town walls, perfect for sunbathing and water sports. Dubrovnik is a city that offers something for everyone: history, architecture, culture, and stunning natural beauty. The top 12 attractions listed above encapsulate the essence of what makes Dubrovnik a dream destination. Whether you're wandering the ancient city walls, enjoying a cable car ride to Mount Srđ, or finding peace on Lokrum Island, Dubrovnik invites you to immerse yourself in its timeless charm. As you plan your summer 2025 holiday, let Dubrovnik transport you to a world where past and present coexist in perfect harmony. The experience is more than sightseeing, it's about stepping into a story written in stone, water, and light. With its warm hospitality and unmatched scenery, Dubrovnik will not only capture your imagination but also leave a lasting mark on your heart. Like, share, subscribe.